say there wouldn't be a Rowdy Rundown special in the toy room. Because Thursday is my live streaming night, and I don't want to miss that. But sometimes when you're sitting in that chair in front of the computer screen, you don't have a lot of stuff to talk about. So sometimes you gotta just make up your own content, and that's what these live streams in the toy room are for. I get to come in here and just grab some toys off the shelf and play with them and talk to y'all, and that is if anybody shows up. So right now, that's what I'm waiting for. See if we get anybody to show up. It's busy live stream night, and this is an hour later than I would usually go on, and that's because I was watching Display Model Behavior stream, and then I popped into Yojo Jerk's Mega Powers podcast for a minute, just to say hi, save face, all that kind of stuff. But it's rundown night, so I didn't want to not live stream tonight, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know. I have I was thinking, I was like, gonna have to start making my own content. And I still haven't done my, what's up, Jeff? I still haven't done my Squadron Supreme video. So I guess that'll be my next project, my next video that I do and do my research for. And maybe you do an As Told by, not As Told by Toys, because that's someone else's thing. But I'll do a Rowdy retelling with action figures of the Squadron Supreme team that we have here. And we can look at them on live stream. It'll be more of like a breakdown of their history and all that kind of stuff. So we can just look at these guys. And there's like, what's up, Fallout fan? I figured I'd go live after Dave finished and just hang out for a little bit, do a kind of Rowdy Rundown special, because like I said in the intro before anyone was here, Thursday's my normal live stream night, and I took a nice nap with my girlfriend for like a few hours before I woke up for Dave's stream, and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little better. I feel like I could get on. And yeah, the Squadron Supreme does suck, but I really like that Power Princess. It's Marvel's version of the Justice League, and yeah, they're not the best. They're not the nicest. I mean, they're not exactly bad guys either, but it's in some runs they are, and some they're just manipulated, and others they're just straight up heroes who are kind of just, OP and kind of obnoxious. And yeah, that Power Princess. So this is, before we get to her, Dave's stream was great, and I really appreciate him. This was it Dr. Spectrum, which is like obviously a Green Lantern riff, because he's got all these different colors on, which is the light spectrum. Don't know why the green is so dark. It's very dark green. But he has this little diamond thing, and that's where he focuses his powers from. So yeah, I just said his name, and I forgot it already. Because he's kind of just the most forgettable figure. He's got pinless arms and a super old torso and reused pinned legs. So 16 watching, 3 likes. How's it going? 16 people watching. We're just talking about these Squadron Supreme figures right now because probably going to make a video on them. And the most expensive of the bunch was obviously this bee right here, Power Princess. Awesome figure, great sculpt. A lot of people turned her into Wonder Woman, understandably, because Todd McFarlane, he waited 1,000 years to make the Wonder Woman, only made like 50 of them, and just never re-released it. So everyone's like, I want a 6-inch Wonder Woman. I'm gonna make it myself. So a lot of people really wanted this Power Princess, and she's super expensive on the aftermarket right now. So that bath piece is also kind of expensive. I think it was the Void that she came with, but it was in my top 10 figures from last year, because she was she was like in January, December for some people when she came out last year. But she's really just such a cool figure, and she really does look like Diana. So I get why people are like, yo, that's Wonder Woman. And, it could be just an alternate costume Wonder Woman if you wanted to, if you're not a customizer. I'm not going to ruin this figure by turning her into Wonder Woman. And Elven Queen, I agree, but it's just plastic. So we gotta chill. We gotta chill, But I'm joking. But she's a very cool figure. I like the body that they used for her, which is completely new. So she's really tall, taller than these guys. And then don't fall over Dr. Spectrum. I think that's his name, Dr. Spectrum. I keep forgetting because he's on the spectrum. No, I joke. I joke. It's because of the the light spectrum. There you go. How's that for you? Yeah, screw McFarlane. Oh man, he still has some. I spilled a monster and it kind of splashed up on some of these guys. I forget what this guy's called. If you know in the chat, let me know. But it's like Squadron Supreme. Squadron Supreme. Ugh, I can't talk. The Squadron Supreme Flash. She just knocked him over. She just knocked over Nighthawk, y'all. And we'll get to. Is it Nighthawk? I think that's his name. Like I said, I have to do my research for Squadron Supreme because I found 2 of the 2-packs at Ollie's. And then Power Princess, I had to go out of my way and buy her for a lot of money. Yeah, Todd, his action figures suck and his attitude sucks. And you don't want to make female figures when people want female figures just because you don't think that people are going to buy them and they're going to turn little boys into serial killers. It's like, bro, you got some issues that you need to resolve. But I doubt that man believes in therapy. Let me try to get this guy like he's running. What is his name? I forget. But cool figure. At least they made him totally pinless. And that's the thing about posing is sometimes it's hard. But it's pretty easy to make him have a running pose here. But the problem is he won't stand on one foot. If it was a Jada figure, it might. Or it would. Not might, it would. But because, oh, I spoke too soon, y'all. I spoke too soon. What's up, FD? He can stand on one foot. But can he stand on one foot while jumping and patting his head and rubbing his belly? I think not. All right, this dude right here is it Hyperion? I'm pretty sure this is Hyperion. That does sound right. And I generally do know the names of all of them. And this one's another Frankenstein. He's got some big pinned arms and then pinless new legs. And it's like, it's already in a 2-pack. It's already costing you a lot. So why don't you commit to the tooling and just, make a pinless Hyperion. And he's got his garter belt because I'm sure he's got a gut hiding under there. He's got his little domino mask. And there's better looking versions of Hyperion. This is just one that they hadn't released. It's not a bad figure either. Like, he's definitely imposing. Like, this dude, he's a thick boy. What's up, Richard? I'm glad you're out of a jail. Hopefully we don't get any trolls in here today, so I don't accidentally put other people in YouTube jail on my channel. That sucked. Yeah, Fallout fan. He straight up was interviewing Shartimus Prime. Sorry, I burped. I'm drinking Mountain Dew. He was interviewing Shartimus Prime, or Todd was being interviewed by Shartimus Prime, and Shartimus was trying to lay into him with these questions, like, not like lay into him, but he was trying to get some legitimate questions across, and Todd was just like, oh, well, in my opinion, it's my toy line, so what I say goes. So, I don't like Todd. I think he's a huge freaking dick. All right, there. I cleared my vape. Can y'all see that? We'll give Hyperion some smoke. Did it work? By the way, so if you were on my stream last night where I was spiraling manically, thank you. I do pride myself on my McFarlane impression. When I was spiraling last night, because my phone fell into some sanitizing liquid at work and just completely turned into a fucking brick. But obviously, I'm streaming from my phone right now, and there's 12 people watching. So if you would mind evening up that like-to-watcher ratio, 12 people watching that haven't hit. There you go. There's one. Thank you. I appreciate it. McFarlane's latest Superman is almost 8 inches. Wow. So the thing about Todd is scale is just a suggestion for him. I got the Hyperion. And he came with this guy. So I think I got them. I did get them from Amazon, but this was way back. This was like last year. Not last year, earlier this year. Or last year, it could be. I don't know. When they were like 25 bucks. What's up, blue dude? How's it going? So I think these guys were like 25 bucks. And then I got this guy, and is it Nighthawk or Darkhawk? I don't remember. I think it's Nighthawk. I got these two at Ollie's for 20, so $9.99. Well, they're $40 and they halved it, so 20 bucks, 20 bucks. Power Princess was like 60. Yeah, I got it for cheaper. I waited for a good price. So speaking of this guy, oops, we can talk about this guy now. So this guy obviously looks pretty Batman-esque, and that's because he is essentially Batman. And this is like even the second one. This isn't even the first Nighthawk. I think this is Nighthawk 2. Undertale figures. I have never played Undertale, but I will take your word for it because I haven't seen a single, Jesus, 150? I haven't seen a single Undertale action figure, so I do believe you that we don't have enough because there's none that I've seen. But he's like Batman. He's got gadgets. He's got some like batarangs that he comes with that I did not want to lose, so they're in my accessory bin. I like how she's the only one standing and her butt is just facing this way. But yeah, I do want to do a video on these guys, especially because I just had to clean off that villain shelf for said monster smell, and they don't really fit on there that much to begin with. And they're not really bad guys. Like, I think one of the runs, they were actually being, like, tricked, or, like, they were created by Mephisto or some shit. And it's like, all right, if you want to use them that way, sure. But sometimes, correct me if I'm wrong, and if this is a spoiler, I'm sorry, but if... I'm not currently reading all new Venom, but did they release the identity of Venom yet? And is it actually MJ, or was that just another variant cover on the book? Because I really would genuinely like to know, because it's not going to be on Marvel Unlimited for like 3 months. Soundtrack. Yeah, I've heard the soundtrack for Undertale is good, but it was one of those games that was like not memed, but just like pushed so hard by a certain crowd, and it got really cringy. But I'm hoping that that kind of connotation is gone from it, and then I can just go and enjoy it if I play it from a separately. How, like, I don't know. They tried it with Jackpot, and it's stupid. And giving the symbiote to MJ is also stupid. I don't know. Like, can't we just leave the Spider-Man status quo as it should be, which is Peter Parker is married to MJ, or at least dating her? Like, God, I'm so... Yeah, it's a nice pose, but he can't stand. I had him balanced earlier. Oh, there it goes. Come on. Come on. There we go. And the worst one that's to stand is this guy, because these old ass legs. And that's probably because Fallout fan, probably because they've gotten older, because I was also younger at that point. We were all younger at that point. So I assume with age comes some sense of, oh, maybe I shouldn't just completely let a video game run my life. Oh, and there he goes again. But it does look like an interesting game, and it does look very dark and whimsical, and that's, uh-oh, he's touching Power Princess's, you know. All right, there we go. We got them posed up a little bit. So yeah, the Squadron Supreme is definitely a cool looking group of figures. Like, they're very, who the heck is Wizard? I don't even see a Wizard in the chat, Carl. Let me see what's going on. What else am I missing in here? Kai, Marvel Select, Mephisto. Hasbro should make a really good Mephisto. I agree with you. Squadron Supreme comic from the early 2000s is really good. Maybe that's where I will start, Richard. I will start with that one and work my way back for research purposes. What else do we have? So I heard a rumor that the Uncanny Spider-Man is coming out, which is cool. If you don't know who the Uncanny Spider-Man is, I will show you in a second. I don't have a figure of that one, obviously, but I do have a figure of the person in the suit, which is Kurt Wagner, everyone's favorite blue elf guy. So they're making probably on this body, Um, a Spider-Man Uncanny Spider-Man. Well, technically, Jeff, it's Nightcrawler and not Spider-Man. I know he has Spider-Man in the name, but the weird thing for me about Uncanny Spider-Man, apparently it's a fun run, is Nightcrawler does not have spider powers. He is not spider associated at all. This is a really great Nightcrawler figure, by the way. This is the X-Men 97 Nightcrawler, and I kept two of the older heads, and I got rid of the other one, and I kept his sword. Obviously, I sold it in an X-Men, and that's how I do it. If I want the accessories, I will give someone a full figure, but I'll sell it in a lot, incomplete. And they'll get a full figure, but sometimes you want the accessories, and sometimes people just want the figure, and it works out for everyone involved. So this is like kind of a kit bash, because I really love this. I'm pretty sure this is the older. If it's not the one, if it's the one that came with X-Men 97, I could be wrong, but it's a different shade of blue, so I'm thinking this is the one that came with the what was the bath in that one? Oh, come on, Jeff. Come on. You can't hate on Nightcrawler. Everybody loves Nightcrawler. Yeah, Superior Spider-Man, though, Carl, is a really good run. Like, that is a really cool, really great run of Spider-Man. And I know everyone was hyped when Storm got in her X-Men 97 classic outfit, and they're like, oh, I can't wait for a figure. But they already released a pinless classic outfit Storm. God, that plastic is very dust attracting. Like, she's this was like before pinless was the direction we knew they were going, and she, obviously she's got single elbows, but these legs are very nice. Yeah, at least Nightcrawler doesn't have jaundice. You can't have jaundice if you're blue. You would turn green. And then you get a Hulk situation. So yeah, this Storm is really cool. I got rid, so slap me if I'm crazy. I got rid of the Jim Lee white outfit Storm, and I didn't pick up the X-Men 97 white outfit Storm with the mohawk, simply because this outfit for Storm goes so fucking hard. Like, this is, later, Richard, thank you for popping in. This is a great Storm costume. I know, right? How dare I get rid of Jim Lee? But as a 90s kid, I think they can do better for a Jim Lee Storm, even better than the X-Men 97. I think we need some real, actual cloth goods, not that freaking whatever material, dog water material they were using for her cape, because it tore on my Jim Lee Rogue, like the seam tore and I was like, this is fucking bullshit. So, I really like this Storm, and the end of X-Men 97 kind of sealed it. I was like, if I'm going the route of I only need one version of every X-Men on my X-Men shelf, then I want this Storm. So, yeah, but knowing Hasbro, if they did start wired capes, they'd be like, here's an extra $5 price tag on top of it. We'll call it maximum, and just add a wired cloth cape to it. But yeah, this is a really good Storm. I love this Storm. Oh, and another one that I love, because that Storm isn't a kit bash, but this next one is a kit bash. And he's also my favorite X-Man. Like, yeah, Wolverine is cool. Yeah, Cyclops isn't cool. I'm not going to say Cyclops is cool. Cyclops is a freaking dick. What's up, stop motion guy? Cyclops is a dick. There's a reason that a lot of people don't like Cyclops. So people can have him as their favorite X-Men, but I personally don't like Cyclops. Who I do like is Gambit. And is this the perfect Gambit? Not yet. Because no butterfly joints. This is a very old body. We've still got pins and all that stuff. And they need a cloth jacket for Gambit. It's just absolutely necessary. Oh, come on, Jeff. Now you're just trolling. Gambit needs a wired cape. And this is the Gambit head from the Psylocke Banshee Gambit 3-pack. And I had the Target exclusive Gambit that had like the right colored blue. God damn it. This thing. Because this blue is too dark, and that's another thing I don't like about it. But the headgear on him is black, and it's black on this. So I was like, I guess I'm going to bite the bullet and get rid of my Target. Because I did not like that Target retro head Gambit either. This head is so Gambit. Like, this is a great Gambit head. I don't know who sculpted it, but whoever did should sculpt every Marvel Legends head. Because, I mean, I get it, Jeff. It's okay. Like I said, Cyclops has his fans. I just think he's a dick. I think he is bordering on a villain sometimes with the way that he does stuff. Do we? Oh, we do. I see that. Let's make sure I don't, Wouldn't it be funny if I added him as a moderator? That would be hilarious. How do I... There we go. Bye! Thing I'm not gonna say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jeff. That's why I don't like Cyclops, because he's kind of got this authoritarian view of the X-Men sometimes. He's like, it's my way or the highway because I'm in charge. And it's like, Scott, I love you, but I don't actually love you. Kyrus, I would get the Mofex or CT Gambit. You know what? I should get the CT Gambit specifically for my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, because that's a great idea. But for my Marvel Legends shelves, I like to have only Marvel Legends. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely the best Gambit head. Can't go wrong. And this is definitely, in my opinion, despite the lack of a headband, this is the best Rogue head sculpt that we've gotten, which is it the Outback? No, Outback Rogue is not the one. I don't know. I'll have to grab the body because I'm not sure. It might be Outback Rogue. Yeah, the Age of Apocalypse Gambit looks okay, but I don't like that head sculpt, and I don't like that he doesn't have his his headgear, because that's what Gambit is known for. But I really do like this Rogue. I don't like a lot of the X-Men 97 head sculpts. So a lot of my X-Men 97, this was the body. So if you know what era Rogue this was, let me know. Is it Outback? Is it 80s? Is it Disco Biblioteca? I don't know. Yeah, Outback Rogue. See, I was right. Outback. So this really is, in my opinion, the best Rogue head sculpt. Because A, she's pretty. B, she's not caked in makeup, and the eyeshadow is very subtle, but it's very nice. I just wish she had a bandana. Oh, I got the Outback Rogue for like $10 at Ollie's last year. It was definitely a grab. Oh, Fallout fan, by the way. So and anyone in the chat also, if you have a picture of a display or a diorama or some artwork or anything that you want me to show, as like community spotlight, because I'm trying to do a community spotlight video. I only have like 2 or 3 people that have sent me some stuff so far. So if you have a display that you'd like to take a picture of, a custom you're working on, just some artwork, a painting, anything. My email is linked on my YouTube. My YouTube email obviously is linked on my main channel, and it's also I don't think I can type in the chat, but I can tell you what it is. It's Rowdy Riles YouTube, or Rowdy Riles YT at gmail.com. So stop motion guy, please do send me some artwork. Fallout fan, send me a picture of your display. I want to get at least 10 or 11 people. Make sure you leave your name with it. Say, hey, this is so-and-so, so I can actually give y'all credit for your work and say, hey, look what these people in my community did. And, feel free to also plug your Instagram or whatever. I will link that if you want me to, or your YouTube page. Or if you don't want that, you can remain anonymous, and I'll just say this is from someone in my community and they want you to see it. Yeah, absolutely, Carl. Please, rowdyrylesYT at gmail.com. Obviously, please only send me what I'm asking for. Yeah, Man, Myth, and Legends, do that, please. Could I put it in your description? I'll be right back, and I'll do that. I will link it in the description to this chat, so don't go anywhere. I'll go to the other room and do it. Okay. That should be linked in my description. You're welcome. So if you check the description for this video, my email to send artwork and displays and whatever you want me, well, whatever I'm asking you to send me, don't send any weird stuff, because all right, so I have a question for y'all. I don't know what to do here, because I have this listed on eBay, and I kind of still want it just for the extra head, and also I could make like what is it? You know, the Codex Carnage with it. But, you know, I have the retro card Carnage. My video's up. I opened it, I took the accessories out, and I listed them, and I let people know that on eBay, and he's like $20. And I got it for $30, so I feel like that's fair. And then there's the shipping. So it's like maybe I should mark him down. Or should I just keep him and open him up here and turn him into a Carnage that I just have for, you know, comparisons and stuff? Because this is what I have now. This is what I'm working with now. And these are obviously from that retro card Carnage. And this Carnage is, other than not being pinless, which doesn't really matter because it's basically all red, this Carnage is freaking hot fire. Like, he's gas. He's you know, he's everything you would want from a Carnage figure other than not being pinless. And this guy has big old white teeth. And I'm pretty sure someone pointed out that was because of the Toy Biz figure, which also had white teeth, which is fair. But Carnage doesn't really get pictured with or drawn with white teeth. So I'm wondering, all right, Fallout Fan says I should keep him, so that's one for keep. One day I'll figure out how to do polls. I don't think I can do it from here anyway. I'd have to do it from the computer. But that's one for keep him. Because, you know, where's my Spider-Man stuff? Because in my Spider-Man stuff, here's how I store a lot of my accessories, by the way. In tackle boxes. I have this head, which does look really cool on Carnage. It's the null symbol, you know, the Carnage when he's like is it Absolute Carnage, and he's collecting codexes for null, blah, 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 blah. Stop Motion says I'd sell him, so now we're tied. So we got one sell, one keep. But at the same time, if I ever want an Absolute Carnage, I can just do this. And this one also has painted toesies. So this one doesn't. So it's like, and I kept the card nice. Like, obviously it's open, so it doesn't really matter to some people. And if someone wanted me to ship him without the card, I would even knock a couple of bucks off. But some people like to have the card. Some people like to have the artwork. And I just like to have one good version of everybody except that's not Spider-Man, Moon Knight, or She-Hulk, and buy all of those ones, and then have one good version of everyone else. Well, a couple Wolverines too. Like, I don't think I'll need the I am having a better day, Dave, so thank you. So with the Ziploc bags, Kairos, that's one way to store them. But stuff gets like rubbed together, and there's paint rub, and some stuff like bleeds onto other stuff, and then the plastic that they use for Ziploc bags also degrades some of the plastics that they use. What did I do with this other head? Some of the plastics that they use for accessories and figures, they will like start to degrade the plastic of your figures from the Ziplocs over time. So really the best thing to do is separate what you can. And it's fine to keep them in Ziploc bags for a little while. Just don't do long term, like years and years like that. Because I've seen it happen. Like this Kingpin head, he had a bunch of red coming off of him, and I finally found out where it was from. So the 80th anniversary Captain America with the shield throwing hand, the paint on the hand was bleeding off of the acrylic clear plastic, not acrylic, the clear plastic that they used to like give it dimension. It was tagging every single figure. So this Kingpin head, like, yeah, he's already battle damaged, but he had like red smears all over his head. So I had to use like, not acetone. Yeah, I think I used acetone. No, don't use acetone on your figures. Use isopropyl alcohol. I didn't use acetone because that'll also melt your plastic. the skeleton in the back would work so well for a Fallout display. I agree with you. And I didn't know what to do with him, but I figured, you know, he's a skeleton. He can just have been sitting here for a very long time, holding that bottle, waiting for anyone to grab it. And nobody did. Dude got left hanging. So yeah, this is the Epic Hacks skeleton. It looks like he's holding, is that Crown Royal? It looks like Crown Royal. But yeah, I was thinking, you know, what can I do with him? Oh, wait, I have a diorama where I film my videos. What if I just had a spooky, scary skeleton sitting in the back? Why the F not? So there he is sitting next to Pickle Rick. I turned myself into a Pickle Morty. Oh, jeez. So yeah. Well, we have more people. Oh, no, there goes another like. I was going to say we have more people or more likes than we have people watching, but maybe the in and out people haven't hit the like button and we got some new people in here. So yeah, please hit the like button. It looks like he's holding a Tide detergent bottle. Well, you know, maybe that's what killed him. Maybe he just had one too many Tide Pods, and in the end, that'll really get you. And you know, you can't have Carnage on your shelf without Shriek. So is this the best Shriek? No. Should she have come with an open head with some like hair that's flying outwards like the sound waves are pushing her hair back? Absolutely. But this is thank you, Stop Motion Guy. This is Marvel Legends we're talking about. They're not gonna do that. Are they, Morty? They're really not gonna do that. They're gonna take as much money as they can from you, and then you don't have any money for booze, Morty. Ah, jeez, Rick, I don't know. I think you're just venting and getting out your insecurities by making shit up, Rick. Morty, fuck you. Sorry. I should go grab my Rick and Morty figures and do that. I don't know. I'm a little goofy sometimes. I do like my impressions. Oh yeah, you know what? I am gonna grab those Rick and Morty figures because I still haven't fully gotten over how shitty they are. So once again, I'll be right back. All right. Fuck. See, like, I can't, he won't. You know, Morty, when they said they turned me into an action figure, I figured it'd be good. But here we are. Can't even stand up, and it's not from the drinking, Morty. I haven't even drank yet today. Ah, jeez, Rick, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make Morty say. I thought you said they were robots. They're bureaucrats, Morty. It's the same thing. I don't respect them. Ugh. So yeah, these guys are terrible. These are the Beast Kingdom Rick and Morty. They don't stand. They're very flimsy. Rick just kind of falls apart, and I know that's kind of like a character flaw of his. He just kind of is constantly falling apart and just making it work, whether it be emotionally or physically. Hey, there he is. He's standing. But this Morty, his head is so fucking big and heavy. Like, both of them, their heads are heavy. They should have made their heads like hollow and like soft vinyl or something. I mean, I can get them to stand, but the second you touch them or move them, they're gonna fall over. Yeah, these are Beast Kingdom. And I do have a couple of Funko Rick and Mortys, but they're like super small. And yeah, they look fantastic. They're stylized to fit the show. And that's the problem with the articulation, because they didn't reinforce any of the limbs. They didn't take into account how heavy the head would be. And they were $50 a piece. So overall, you're spending $100 for some not so great figures. And it's not like you can just buy one. Like, if I had just gotten a Morty or just gotten a Rick, it's like, why would I do that? I would want both. So if you buy both of these, it's double the disappointment, double the money. And it's like, why did I do that? Why did I make this mistake? And at the same time, Mondo should make some Rick and Morty. But they shouldn't be 1/6 scale, and they should not be super duper expensive, because there's a reason And I don't think I'll ever get a Mondo. Even that Batman Beyond, it was tempting. But Mondo is expensive as shit. And they say it's paint apps and all this stuff. And yeah, that's fine. Make your money. But not everyone is going to want to drop that much on a 1/6 scale figure that has no soft goods. Because that's the thing about 1/6 figures is the bigger you get, the more detail you get soft goods, you get yada, yada, yada for the money that you're paying for. If it's all just plastic, you know, Marvel Legends did a 1/12 scale line, and those were like $40 when they came out. Something like that, $40, $50. I don't know. It was like in 2016. But even Hasbro was like, yeah, these are all plastic. So we're not going to charge over $60, $70. Definitely not $100 for those. And that was in 2016 when they probably could have gotten away with doing a premium 1/6 scale line and adding some soft goods and charging $100, and people maybe would have been okay with that. But they would really have to put in the work to make that okay. So for Mondo to be like, hey, and I've seen them on a couple of streams. I'm not hating on Mondo whatsoever. But for them to justify the price every single time, especially for those like 1/12 scale Ghostbusters and all the other small stuff, I know that He-Man is going to be like $80. And I'm pretty sure this is, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Mondo produces a bunch of stuff overseas. I think they do limited runs here or like somewhere close. I could be wrong. I don't know. So they're just charging a lot. And yeah, making stuff in America does cost more, and that's part of this whole tariff thing. And I've seen a lot of Mondo figures breaking as well. Those 1/6 figures. Like I saw someone broke their Spider-Man. Someone broke their, I don't know. It was another one from the Spider-Man the animated series. But yeah, I've seen some stuff and it's like, why would I want to spend $250? Hey, Leia. Why would I want to spend $250 on a Mondo when the QC isn't under control yet? And then that brings you to like other smaller companies that I don't think they should exist. No, you're not too late. I'm gonna stay on for an hour. We're doing a special rundown. This isn't the rundown number 10. This is a live in the toy room rundown. So I didn't want to do a full. Let me try to find stuff to look at on stream for an hour. Because if I'm sitting in the toy room, I can definitely find stuff to talk about. And also, the algorithm likes to push these a lot better. So we get a lot more viewers. And I'm about to hit 3,300 subscribers, which is crazy. Because I had been stuck at like 32, 37 for like 3 months. Somewhere around there, hovering back and forth a couple of subscribers. But if you're new to the channel, when we hit 3,500, so make sure you go and enter the contest. There is a Venom retro card review on my channel. If you go and comment on that video and like that video, you are entered to win that Venom. And I will be doing a Rowdy Rundown live stream to pull the winner live. So you know there's no shenanigans involved. So I'll just take everyone that entered. I will put them into a random draw app and it will draw a name and someone will be sent and I will cover the postage, the shipping, obviously. Even if it's outside the United States, I will do my best to get it to you. I will cover shipping and someone will get the retro carded Venom, which is right here. Let me actually grab. No, I grabbed him and then others took a dive. So every time I do this, my toy room turns into a disaster. Well, Kairos, like I said, you can send those STLs or pictures of the Sentinel heads to my email and I will showcase them for everyone to see, not just me. Send them to rowdyrilesyt@gmail.com, pictures, whatever, and we will get my community spotlight video rolling, and we will get like hopefully at least 10 people to show off some stuff, and then hopefully we can make that like a monthly thing. I'm hoping that series takes off, and I want to make my Rowdy Rex a monthly thing. So if you have a smaller channel and you're a smaller YouTuber, and I only want to highlight, like other than Dave from Displaying Model Behavior, because I gave him a highlight in my first video, I only want to highlight smaller channels. Because, you know, I've had people help me when I was smaller and growing, and I'm like, hey, go check them out. Or they're like, hey, go check them out. They're doing some good things. And now I have almost 3,300 subscribers, which is insane to me. But yeah, we're giving away one of these brand new in card on a retro card. See, there goes Morty. Just like that Carnage. I got 2 of them on accident. So I was like, why don't I just give one away like I like to do? Because so my first giveaway was a Lunar Wolf Ranger that I had to fix the paint on because the first run was all over the place. So I painted the boots silver like they're supposed to be, and I fixed up the stripes on him, and someone won that and took it home, and they're like, can you sign it? It's like, sure, I'll sign it. And that was at 1,000. So it's been a while since I've done a giveaway. And I feel like, and look how my lighting gives him the red and blue hues. I love how I have my, but also on Saturday, D Amazing, and that's another reason I'm not doing a standard Rowdy rundown, is I just don't want to sit in front of the computer and talk when I'm gonna have to sit in front of the computer and interview D, which is fantastic. I have no problems doing that, but I need to have all my energy for that focused on Saturday. So I can sit here in the toy room, shoot the shit with y'all, and just talk. But yeah, if you want to win this retro carded Venom and you're new to my channel, you're watching this on the replay, you're watching this live right now, or after this is over, go to my channel. It's the first video that's linked at the top, I believe, for new visitors if they're not subscribed. But you'll find it if you look up Venom Rowdy Riles, retro Venom Rowdy Riles. Enter that and you can win one. And the cool thing, I know I talked shit about Todd McFarlane, but this Todd McFarlane head for this Venom is so perfect. Like, I love Venom with the tongue sticking out in the drool, but a grinning Venom, first in some ways, later stop motion guy, but a grinning Venom in some ways is much more intimidating than a tongue slobbering out everywhere. And here's just his kid, Carnage. And right now in the comics, if you don't know, Eddie Brock actually has the Carnage symbiote. So maybe at some point we will get an Eddie Brock Carnage figure, which would be a bigger, bulkier Carnage, obviously. And I think that would be pretty cool. And the thing about the Eddie Brock and Carnage thing is when Carnage takes over sometimes, Eddie doesn't remember it. And Carnage is Carnage. So he's just going to do his thing and be violent and awful. And Eddie's trying to come to terms with that and trying to deal with Carnage. Is anti-Carnage a thing? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I have not heard anything about anti-Carnage. But it'd be interesting. Like, you know who'd be the great anti-Carnage? Would be Daredevil. Like, if Daredevil got a symbiote and it was just like, we can't hurt anyone. And Daredevil's like, yo, I vibe with this. We can hurt people. We just can't kill anybody. And the symbiote's like, all right, as long as they're doing something bad. And Daredevil's like, well, you know, I got God on my side. He's like, what's that? We have one of those. They're pretty terrible. And Daredevil's like, and I'm not saying I'm Catholic. Well, I was Catholic, but you know how Daredevil would be. He'd be like, yeah, you know, I do what I do because I have the power to do what's right. And the symbiote is like, you know, hey, I'm writing a comic for you right now, Marvel. Give Daredevil a symbiote. And Leia came up with the idea, so credit her too. And give Daredevil an anti-Carnage symbiote where it's like, it's black and red, but it's black and then red on the outside. Like, so all those veins would be red. And then it's got horns and no mouth period, and very tiny red eyes that you can barely see. Like, it's almost like, you know what? Don't even give it eyes. Give anti-Carnage just horns and no mouth, and invert the colors. And oh, there you go. Yeah, so hopefully you entered the contest, Darth Alba. Thank you. It's sitting in my closet. I like Hello Kitty. So Sanrio, if you don't know, Hello Kitty it's Japanese. It's a Japanese company called Sanrio. And when she was created, Japan was very, very big on British people. Like, they were all about British pop culture, British fashion, British stuff. So Hello Kitty was designed to be a little British girl, but a cat. And she has a pet cat. So, like, Hello Kitty's not supposed to be a kitty. She's supposed to be a little British girl, which is really weird. But she's a cat, but she's not a cat because she has the cat. Which is kind of like, you know, the Goofy and Pluto situation where Mickey has a dog and he's Pluto, and then he also has a friend who's a dog named Goofy. So it's just the thing. It's like the what is the word? Personification of animals or something. I don't know what the right word is. Anthropomorph, blah, blah. Anthropomorphization or something like that, where they make animals human-like. And they're not like furries, but and we're going down a whole rabbit hole. But yeah, Hello Kitty's not a furry. She's an anthropomorphized British girl, which is weird. Super weird. Sorry, I went off on that tangent. You know what we really need, though? And screw the Gamerverse one. We need a new Black Cat figure. We need a new Felicia Hardy. On the Black Widow mold. On the, the deluxe one that came out a couple years back. Because, god dang, why does Felicia get no love? Black Cat is pretty. She's got a bodysuit. She's got a whip. She's got fur. She's got the boots with the fur. So, like, what are you waiting for? She got back too. So, please, screw that Gamerverse Black Cat. No one was asking for that. Dang, they gave her some fucking hips, though. We need a new 616 Felicia Hardy Black Cat with butterfly joints, pinless double arms, pinless knees, that can actually do some cat poses. Because right now, girl can't do shit. She's got nothing in the lower body, so she can't do any cat-like things. And I don't like it. I don't like it. So we definitely need a new Felicia Hardy. And I only grabbed her because she fell off my shelf. Like, that just looks awkward. It looks like she's, I guess it's not that bad. Surprisingly, this figure came out in, like, 2021. So, not that old. She needs... I'll show you exactly which body she needs. And it's right there for Hasbro. They need to give her this body with different legs that are thicker. A new upper torso with butterfly joints. They can even, like, remodify this one and give it the cuts for butterfly joints. Because Felicia should be stacked. You know? This Black Widow is the basis for, that Captain Marvel and the Jean Grey, the, Phoenix Jean Grey. She's fantastic. And she came with so much. And she was only like $30. So she has about as many... No, she has more accessories. She has more accessories than Maximum Spider-Man. More accessories than Maximum Hulk. Yet, she only cost 30 doll hairs for everyone's favorite assassin, which was a much needed upgrade. Like, the older Black Widow did not cut it. We needed this. And the same with this. We need an upgrade. Because as a Spider-Man fan, if they're not going to put Peter with MJ, then you put him with Black Cat, and you put some respect on the name. Because, honestly, I think the Felicia Hardy and Spider-Man duo or dynamic works a lot better in some cases than the Spider-Man and MJ. Because they're both out doing the superheroing. Well, not so much in Black Cat's case. So, fuck all that. If you want to take away and give MJ the fucking Venom symbiote for whatever reason, let Peter get his willy wet with Black Cat, because Felicia doesn't get the love she deserves. Sorry, I didn't mean to go there, but I'm just saying. And yeah, Black Widow was a Target exclusive, and she was like, I think she was like $27.99. And she was worth every penny. Like, that head sculpt is gorgeous. And the other head sculpts that she comes with are gorgeous. And this is my retro carded. This is, see, like, look. What a cute couple. And I love that black and red lighting on any symbiote black suit. It looks fucking sick fire, sick nasty shit. Like, I don't know what but like, this is the retro carded symbiote with the Secret Wars head with the squinty eyes. And I think that looks so sick. Like, it could just be me. But, like, I know the retro card of the New Vowels is too tall for Spider-Man. But when it comes with, like, purely Spider-Man figures, the Renew Your Vows is fine because Spidey can be a little bit bulkier when it comes to fighting all his villains and standing next to other people. But the Avengers shelf needs either the Maximum Spider-Man or the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man book. So, I like Black Cat and Peter as a pair. And the cloth black suit that Peter has, because she really liked it. She made a cloth version of the symbiote suit for Spider-Man. And when Spider-Man puts that shit on, he's about to go fucking ham. So if any of you have read Spider-Man Back in Black, that is actually a fantastic comic book. This is after Civil War, after Aunt May got shot, and essentially was dying in the hospital. And this is before One More Day with fucking Mephisto and Undoing the Marriage and blah blah blah. So this was like top tier Spider-Man. This was like good Spider-Man writing. Great run of Spider-Man. Back in Black. What's up, Maurice? Back in Black. So Spider-Man, he puts on the black suit because he's on a rampage. He's hunting down everyone that had anything to do with Aunt May. He's tracking down who did it. And who's the one that ordered the hit? Lo and behold, it was fucking Kingpin. So Spider-Man breaks into prison. And also keep in mind that everyone knows who Spider-Man is at this point. His identity is known because of Civil War, and that's how Aunt May was targeted. So, yeah, that's where I'm getting to, Fallout fan. So Peter breaks into prison in the black suit that Felicia gave him. And everyone's terrified, and he's not making jokes. And if Spider-Man's not making jokes, you should probably look the fuck out, because that means that, A, he's not holding back. And this is why I love Spider-Man. Life Story is the fantastic Spider-Man book. That's probably my favorite current day Spider-Man story, just because it made me cry. It was such a good book. But Spider-Man goes in there and he 1v1s Kingpin. And Kingpin is just such a little bitch. Spider-Man's embarrassing him in front of everybody. Just like dodging all of his punches. The punches don't even do shit when he gets hit. Just absolutely bloodying Kingpin. And at the end of it, he picks him up. He puts his web shooters up to his throat. And he's like, all I got to do is squeeze for 3 seconds, and your lungs, your internal organs will fill up with web fluid, and you won't be able to breathe, and you will suffocate and die. And I will leave you here in front of all these people and show them exactly what Spider-Man's capable of. But this isn't Spider-Man telling you this. This is Peter fucking Parker, and I'm telling you, if you touch anyone in my family, my friends are off limits. And if you touch a single one of them again, I will come back here and I will finish the job. And he leaves Kingpin there and he goes off, and Kingpin is just an embarrassed little bottom bitch at that point. And it's the best fucking writing for Spider-Man ever, because with great power does come great responsibility. But when that responsibility leads to someone that he cares about getting hurt, you better know Spider-Man ain't gonna take that shit lying down. And then there's another case where Kraven's daughter thinks she's hot shit, and she starts attacking Spider-Man's people, and Spider-Man's wearing the black suit again. So he goes into, it's like Kraven's, is it his daughter and his son and like a couple, because Kraven's dead at this point, or he's been resurrected, I don't remember. But they're trying to take care of Spider-Man, and he walks up to this girl, he puts his hand on her face, and he fucking straight up rips half of her face off with his stickiness from his hands, because he's pissed off. And that bitch has a fucking scar. I think Kraven actually kills her after that point. He's like, you're embarrassing. And he just like, I could be wrong. But Spider-Man just and this is kind of like what Kane did with the Mark of Cain, except his actually burns people. But it was like an inversion, like a bastardized version of the wall crawling, because it just burned people's face. But exactly, to quote Doctor Who, demons run when a good man goes to war. And Spider-Man is the goodest of men. Like, there's a reason Spider-Man is my favorite comic book hero of all time. Because despite all the bullshit, despite all the tragedy, Spider-Man is still Spider-Man. It's okay, Fallout fan. I'm going to wrap up here in about 6 minutes. I'm going to end at 10 o'clock. So, I think that's a good time to end it. Our little unofficial displaying model behavior after show, because that's when I was like, all right, well, Dave's about to move from Japan all the way back to UK, so if he can stream a day before he's about to do that, I can get on here for an hour and talk to my friends and my subscribers and hang out for a little while. So here I am. But yeah, essentially, in a nutshell, when Spider-Man wears that black suit, and it's not, I mean, even if it was the symbiote, I'd be a little worried. But when Spider-Man puts on the cloth black suit, and you don't hear him coming with this, hey, how's it going? You ready to get messed up today? You should probably just run, not turn around, and keep running. Because it means he's got a vendetta. And when Spider-Man is pissed off, that's the last person that you want to run into if he's pissed off at you. So, yeah. All in all, we need a new Felicia. I love symbiote Spider-Man. I mean, a black suit Spider-Man. It doesn't have to be the symbiote. I think, later, Frank, I think that Spider-Man should wear the black suit more often. But it also means that he's not having fun and he's having a hard time. So I don't know. It's just such a cool look for Spider-Man. It's such a drastic change from the red and blue. And especially with the way the light's hitting it right now, it just looks so sick. And I want a black cat that looks just as sick to match it. Because we definitely need a new one. But yeah. Whoa, my hair got all messed up. Last couple minutes, I will put my face on stream just because, I don't know. I got nothing else to talk about toys. But let me do my plugs and my updates and stuff. So Saturday, The Amazing interview, 1 p.m. It's already been confirmed. He reposted my story on Instagram. He said send the link day before, day of. So that's happening. Gonna talk to him for like an hour. Got a bunch of questions for him. After Saturday, I'm not gonna live stream for a week. I'll have my Tuesday upload that's gonna come out, which is a Marvel Legends figure. I forget which one. I need a break. I'm about to hit a benchmark 3,300. Hopefully when I come back, we'll be closer to 35, so I can get rid of that retro carded Venom and give it to one of y'all. What else? Check out my Rowdy Rex video. Please send me stuff to my email address, which is linked in the description, if you want me to showcase your work, like dioramas, artwork, figures, displays, whatever. The things you hang up on your refrigerator, the thing you're most proud of that you've done yourself or that you had some, contribution to. Sorry, I'm just playing with Silly Putty or Sticky Tack. Please send it to me. I would love to show everyone, as long as you're comfortable with that. So obviously, if you're sending it to me, you're comfortable with it. So please do that. Keep your head up. Stay brave. Be kind to your local LGBTQ community. I love you. I will see you next time. And bye-bye. And yes, Maurice, please check it out. The Amazing is great. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.